And welcome back to the Cellar. You tune into the Cellar with Richard Glover. And I tell you, every time Emma G comes on my show, she always makes it fun, and she pumps up the volume a little bit. Welcome, Emma.
This is how we do.
See that? I tell you, she got a lot of energy.
I've only had one cup of coffee today as well, so that's exciting.
Oh, okay.
It's good to see you.
Good to see you again.
Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday to you. You are bubbly, like a bubble of, like a glass.
Like a glass of bubbly wine.
There you go.
Hey!
Chloe Basecca. We just talked about it. Bubbly. You know? Actually, we're gonna pair wine with you tonight. It's champagne.
Lord. Champagne.
Yeah, because you're effervescent tonight.
Interesting. I'm more of a Tempranillo girl.
Really? Okay.
I am. I like a good glass of, full-bodied red wine.
Okay.
Sometimes Merlot. Sometimes.
But your energy is like a bottle of champagne.
Yeah, that's because I need to balance that yin with my yang. You see, so my yang is all the time.
Okay.
And then I like chill out, have a glass of, Syrah or Tempranillo. I love Tempranillo. Tempranillo's. Yeah.
It's a little rough, though. It's kind of a ruckus.
It's bougie enough to be bougie, but it's gritty enough to be Emma G.
Absolutely. I love it. So, Emma, for those who've not seen you on the show before, you hail from New Zealand.
Yes.
And you're in Washington, D.C.
For the last it'll be 5 years. It'll be 6 years in November.
Wow, and you are true to Washington because your music videos always include the scenes in D.C. and the people in D.C., so that, we love you here.
I mean, I love D.C. It's interesting. I've been reflecting a lot over the last year, since the pandemic hit, around how... like my life before DC, when I was living in New Zealand, I was in a hard rock band called Static Era, and we toured the country and did some amazing things. And so, I never want to detract from the fact that I had a very solid foundation in New Zealand, but the fact, the way that DC has served me and the way that I've been able to serve DC in return and as a political artivist and as a musician, a bringer of love and of physically distanced hugs, soul hugs, I love this place. I love living here. I love the community here. I love the richness of culture that DC has to bring.
And and that's what I like about your music videos and your music. You're very culturally astute.
Thank you.
And you bring that out in the city. You bring that out in your music. You've been involved in a lot of the protests. Whether you've been out there or not, or even in your music, you're definitely about women's rights, about being anti-racist, and you're all inclusive, and but yet your music is fun. I love that last video. You control the night.
You can be politically active. You can be part of the fight without being an asshole.
I like that.
You know what I mean? Like, to me, the fight for equality is something that should be fun because equality is fun. Feminism is for everyone. Yes. Everyone benefits from respecting women.
That's right.
Everyone benefits from acknowledging that black people are human.
That's right.
Everybody benefits from bringing young voices to the platform.
That's right.
Everyone benefits when we rise together. Yeah. So why is it's funny that you say that because to me, it doesn't make sense to think that it needs to be an angry, depressive, or depressing or oppressing fight.
Right.
It's not about down with one in order for the other to elevate. It's all about rising together. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
And that to me is fun.
And you know what? You always bring some amazing quotes. You did one last time, and we put a little clip of it, out there even more.
One day I'm gonna create an emoji, quote affirmation. Rumi has his book. We'll make an emoji book.
Yeah,
I'm kidding.
You did it the last time you were with me, and that clip we put out there. You put it out there, and it was that little 1 5-second thing you said, was powerful. And you just did it again.
Thank you.
And we need more artists like yourself.
Well, that's the thing. Again, DC is full of phenomenal artists and artivists. And I founded the Capitol Groove Collective back in 2018. And there's some phenomenal artivists who are also passionate about elevating diversity and
Yes.
elevating political, equality and equity. Jerome Williams is one of those, said artists. Stephanie Matthias, I Am Solia, Ting Lin, Yellow Tie Guy, and some other phenomenal artists as well who. I'm leaving people out. Sorry, Mary Jo Matea, Johnny Grave.
I need to get them all lined up to be on the show.
But there's also like Yusha Assad, there's Yadia, there's Justin Trawick, there's Eli Lev. Like there are so many artists in DC who are doing. And Do Me Right is another phenomenal rapper, hip hop artist who does a lot to elevate messages of hope and empowerment.
Awesome.
And there's so many musicians in the city who really lend their voice to justice.
Yes.
And it makes me laugh a little bit because DC is still known as that city that's very political.
Exactly.
But we're here to remind y'all that it's fun. Like,
right.
We're still here just because we like to talk about issues that matter to us doesn't mean we can't do it to a beat. And shake your hips and your shoulders and get your groove on while you do it. You know what I mean?
About a month ago, I had a salsa group here doing a demonstration, and I got up on the floor and I did a little bit with them. So I hear the good music, like that video was. I was ready to get up and dance, and you control the night, right?
You can't control the night.
You can't control the night. I like that. That's sort of something I need to have on when I'm out at night. Going here.
Well, so it was my attempt at trying to be a little bit woke. I just moved to the country and I was living in Connecticut working as an outdoor science education teacher. And one of my kids that I was looking after, I was teaching young people, mostly teenage or preteens and teenagers. And a preteen, a 12-year-old, called another 12-year-old the N-word.
Oh, wow.
And I was still new to the country and was not ready for that. Right. And so in my I'm going to write something deep and meaningful, I started writing this song about, you can't control your skin color. You can't control the seasons. You can't control the nighttime. So why is it that we're trying to get so angry at other people based on their skin color? You can't judge somebody. You can't lean into it. Lean into whatever fears you have, whatever society has taught you to believe, and only from that can you hope to come out the other end stronger, smarter, and more positive and resilient, and together. Because the sun depends on the nighttime depends on the sunshine.
Exactly.
So there we go.
Fall, I should be able to pick you up. I fall, you should be able to pick me up.
Amen. I feel you.
That's what it's supposed to be like. That's why Dr. Martin Luther King and so many other people, Medgar Evers, Mahatma Gandhi, many people that Mother Teresa, all these people that were preaching, peace and love throughout the world.
Yeah.
This is what they died for.
Yeah.
And but here we are today in the 21st century and 2021, and we still haven't gotten the answer yet.
I think that's part of the beautiful journey of existing is that it's an eternal search for answers, right? Whether it's to do with racism, equality, whether it's to do with, recently I've really started speaking out about my own health complications. I don't know if you know, I've had 10 brain surgeries.
No, 10?
Yes, sir. So, and again, I could spend a lot of my time going, why me? Life is so hard. Yeah. But at the end of the day, we are always given challenges. We're always given these roadblocks, these obstacles in our journeys, and it's our job to grow through it, not just go through it. So whether it's figuring out how to control the night or how to figure out how to recover from brain damage, it's all about that journey, and it's all about learning how to ride the waves.
And you know what? And we're going to take a quick break. We need to watch another video of yours.
Oh, gosh.
And then I got to do a wine tasting, and then of course, you're going to perform.
Yes.
I'm excited about that. I've been trying to get you on this show to perform. But you said something interesting, and I think that's what makes you an amazing artist, because you survived, the brain surgeries. Quincy Jones had an aneurysm in his brain, and he survived. He became one of the most, prolific artists and performer and producer, that we know of our time, And you are in your music. Everything you touch turns to gold. You know, and that's why during the break I asked, I said, well, when am I going to see your music on video, MTV, and you know, you need to get a VH1 award, you need to get an MTV award. I want to be sitting up front stage when you performing and stuff. You know,
we're putting it out to the universe. Let's put it out in the universe. Here, guys, yes, tonight. I mean, this week I'm blessed that I've been featured in quite a large article in the Washington Post, and I put out in the Washington Post. I'm like, okay, this is what I'm putting out to the universe for 2021, and you've just added to my vision board for 2021.
Was that you texting me?
Yes, it was.
That was you.
That was me texting. I was like, yes. So my vision board, with the help of Richard Glover, my vision board for 2021 is to get onto VH1, to get onto MTV, to get onto the Daily Show, and just do the damn thing.
Happy Thursday. I'm gonna read it.
Okay.
Happy Thursday. In case you missed the news, I'm in the Washington Post this week. The full article will be in this Friday's paper. People, if you don't have the Washington Post, get it. Go to the newsstand tomorrow or either go online. It's going to be online Friday. But if you want to check it out online, I'd love to get your thoughts. I'm already going to tell you it's amazing that you're being picked up by one of the world's largest newspapers, that happens to be the Washington Post. That's amazing.
It's a blessing. It's a blessing.
And a blessing.
I want to do a massive shout out to Rudy Greenberg, who has been he was the reporter that shared my story.
Okay.
And he's so supportive of DC music.
Wow.
He really goes above and beyond to share the richness and diversity of the music scene here, and so really thank you to him for allowing me the opportunity. I mean, but people like you, Richard, like honestly, you've no idea how much it means to us independent artists to have the support of media personalities like yourself, who really believe in what we do. It makes every hardship, every kickback so much easier, because it's like we're not in this alone. So thank you to Washington Post. They've been fantastic.
That's amazing. And it's interesting because when I started this show 11 years ago, it was an internet radio show.
Okay.
It wasn't audio. It was just audio, no visual. But I would have artists come in, independent artists from Washington, some from New York, from Philadelphia. They would come down and be on the show. That 10, 15 minutes, that they did, they talked and they performed. To me, that was like, I wanted to give that platform to those independent artists. Now, I've had Tracy Braxton on here. I've had Boney James. Vivica
Tracy's
Fox,
a hoot.
Yes, I'm going to get it back here. Tracy, if you're out there and you're watching, it's my anniversary year, and I need you back in the studio. Her and Boney James came onto my show. It was actually a surprise on my birthday.
Okay.
And I celebrated my show on the birthday. So
that's
April
on the 30th.
April 30th. Look, and while we're talking about wine and music, and they go together. Like earlier in the show, I did some pairing with some artists and some different types of wine. I mean, when you go home and you pull out a bottle of wine, what do? You turn on that playlist and you listen. They both set the tone. They set the mood. Music sets the mood for whatever you want to do, and wine does the same thing.
Yeah.
That's why I had to put wine and music together. Look, we're going to take a quick break. I got Emma G here on the couch with me tonight in the cellar.
We can just talk.
And we're going to watch another video of yours, and then we're going to talk about it, and then I'm going to take another break, do a wine tasting, and then we're going to come back and you're going to perform.
Perfect.
Awesome. Don't go nowhere. Don't touch that dial. You're tuned into the Cellar with Richard Glover, where we talk about wine, fashion, and lifestyle. And, of course, my girl Malia, who's still in the green room. We're going to pull her in a little bit. And our special guest tonight, the one and only Emma G.
Open your mind, won't you? Dream a little bigger. Open your eyes, won't you? See a little bigger. The chains that once caught you in their teeth can't hold you down. Open your mind, won't you? Dream a little bigger. Keep it alive, won't you? Feel your fire. Give it time, won't you? Hold your head higher. The closet walls gripped you so tight. Can't feel them now. Open your mind, won't you? Dream a little bigger. Even the strongest sometimes fall. It's okay, you can't win them all. Even the strongest have their days. Just be brave. Even the strongest sometimes fall. It's okay, you can't win them all. Even the strongest have their days. Just be brave. Hold it close, won't you? Feel the magic. Give it a home, won't you? Believe you have it. The locks that held you trapped so long have been and gone. Open your mind, won't you? Dream a little bigger. Even the strongest sometimes fall. It's okay, you can't win them all. Even the strongest have their days. Just be brave. Even the strongest sometimes fall. It's okay, you can't win them all. Even the strongest have their days. Just be brave. 'Cause everyone knows the fighter can never lose. With every defeat, the fire burns brighter in you. Even the strongest sometimes fall. It's okay, you can't win them all. Even the strongest have their days. Even the strongest sometimes fall. It's okay, you can't win them all. Even the strongest have their days. Just be brave. Even the strongest sometimes fall. It's okay, you can't win them all. Even the strongest have their days. Just be brave. Just be brave. Just be brave.
Richard Glover, where we talk about wine, fashion, and lifestyle. Our topic tonight is wine and music, and we're here with our special musical guest and special guest, the one and only Emma G. So, Emma, just be brave. Tell us, how did that come about? You know, what is this? I like that.
I was freaking out about moving to Washington, D.C.
Really? And you decided to write a song about it.
I did. So here's a fun fact. As most songwriters will attest to this, we don't write music for everybody else. We write them for ourselves. And this is one of the best and most therapeutic things about songwriting is that when you are in a funk, when you are feeling down, when you're feeling in love, whatever your emotions are, when we write songs as songwriters, it's us channeling our everything.
Wow.
And so I was freaking the F out about moving to DC. I was living, like I said, in the middle of nowhere, Connecticut, as an outdoor science education teacher. Was new to the country still, didn't know anything beyond LA really, and Connecticut and Massachusetts in the woods. But I found DC and was like, I think this is where I need to be. Okay. And then reality hit. Yeah. I'm like, oh crap.
Wow.
I'm moving to the nation's capital in what's referred to as Chocolate City. I don't know anything about anything. I feel like I moved to the States as a 26-year-old. Sorry, left New Zealand as a 26-year-old, arrived into the States as a 17-year-old. Like, everything was new to me. So one day, I don't know, the creative gods kind of took over my body one day, and I found a piano in one of the buildings and just sat down, and that vomited out of me.
Wow. Interesting.
Yeah.
Again, it's just like wine. You find yourself in serving, and I always tell my listeners, don't use wine as an escape,
of course, from
mental health or something else. You use it as a source to help you get yourself together. It's just like music. It sets a tone for you. Wine sets a tone.
Yeah.
And that's why we have celebratory wines, and we have, wines, red wines, and then the white wines, and then even sweet wines. But that's why I said they both run that parallel street, wine and music, and having you here tonight is just amazing, because you really give the whole picture. You make what you put on video, or what you put in the studio and you produce. I can see the visual of it without seeing the music video, because you explain it, and your illustrations are so deep, because it's from your heart, and that's amazing. I mean, I'm putting you in a room, in DC with one window, and you look over and there's a piano, and you sit there, you at that piano for the rest of the day. The sun comes up, the sun goes down, and you're still there cranking out tunes and stuff. Yeah. And that's what I visualize you doing when you get here to Washington, because you realize, oh my God, I'm in the nation's capital. Yes, it's called Chocolate City, but it's in the middle of a change around, and it's the center of everything. So and you make do, you're doing good, and you make good.
Thank you.
You're doing good, amazing. Look, we got to do something now. I'm going to go to the next room.
Oh Lord.
I'm going to get ready for my wine tasting, because tonight we're tasting another wine from Intrinsic Winery, which is out of the Columbia Valley in California, and we're doing one of their wines
nice.
Out of the Illicit Project. And this project supports GLAAD, L-A-A-D, and the LGBTQ plus communities.
You missed the T. LGBTQ.
And the T. I'm sorry. No, I didn't tell you to come and correct me. I have enough friends out there in the community that's going to correct me. But we heard what you said. But I'm going to shift myself over to the table, and I'm going to get this wine tasting ready. And while I'm doing that, I want you to get ready, because
we're going to play some music, y'all.
Exactly.
I'm excited.
Emma, how can our people reach out to you for your music?
Oh, there's so much going on. So the best place to find me is on my website, emmagmusic.com. From there, you can get linked to my Instagram, my Facebook, my Twitter, my YouTube. I'm now on haps.tv, which is awesome. And of course, there's links everywhere to everything that I'm doing. I've got a book coming out soon, a film coming out soon, a new album coming out soon. My new single is coming out this Saturday called Songbird. There is a lot going on.
I tell you, you stay busy.
I do.
You're a working woman.
We do, man. We got to make the world a better place, one song at a time,
There you go. And you're doing that, We appreciate you being here, and you're just such a bubble, And I'm excited to hear the song Songbird.
Yes.
I'm excited because you are a songbird.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have Emma G. And of course, you can reach out to her social media by going to emmagmusic.com.
Yes.
emmagmusic.com.
Or Emma G Music on any other platform.
Or any other platform. I need to get that way. I need to have just one thing. I get all over the place. Don't go nowhere. Don't touch that dial. We got some music for you. You're tuned into the Cellar, where we talk about wine, fashion, and lifestyle. And of course, Glam with Malia. And tonight, our special guest is the one and only Emma G. Don't go nowhere. We'll be right back.
I can be your summer, baby.